Congratulations on being accepted to the New York State Senate or Assembly Internship Program. I'm Brian Stephenson, Associate Dean of Students, and I want to take some time to review the university's Code of Conduct, as well as some important resources that are available to you. Your internship is a unique opportunity for you to obtain on-the-ground professional experience at the center of where laws and policies are developed in New York State. Please remember through your internship that even though you are not on campus in a traditional classroom, you are a University of Albany student taking a credit-bearing internship, and that your conduct and actions during your internship are a representation of the university. During your internship, various policies apply to you. For example, workplace policies instituted by New York State or the Assembly and Senate, in addition to the university's Code of Conduct, community rights, and responsibilities. Community rights and responsibilities, the Student Code of Conduct, can be accessed at www.albany.edu/community standards. Students receive an email at the beginning of each semester with a link to an electronic copy of this document. Community rights and responsibilities highlights 29 prohibited conduct codes. It is each student's responsibility to read the code and be aware of the conduct that is prohibited. Take a moment to review these 29 codes now. Please be mindful that students can be held accountable for violations of the code that take place both on and off campus. As such, if a code is violated at a student's internship, the student can be referred through the university's conduct process for that behavior, in addition to other disciplinary processes or penalties that may result from a violation of the employer's policies or the law. Note that the student conduct process operates separately and independently of employer, criminal, or civil processes. I will now highlight some prohibited conduct codes that may relate to an internship work environment. Keep in mind that the internship employer and the law may have different terms and definitions of similar prohibited conduct. Harassment is defined by the code as engaging in behavior that is sufficiently severe, pervasive, and objectively offensive, that it unreasonably interferes with, denies, or limits an individual's ability to participate in or benefit from the college's education program and/or activities, and creates an academic environment that a reasonable person would find intimidating or hostile. Activity protected by the First Amendment will not constitute harassment. Harassment may include directing unwanted physical or verbal conduct at an individual based on one or more of that person's protected characteristics or status, including age, color, race, disability, marital status, national ethnic origin, religion, military veteran status, sex, including pregnancy, gender expression or gender identity, sexual orientation, domestic violence victim status, criminal or arrest record, political activities, or predisposing genetic characteristics, or subjecting a person or group of persons to unwanted physical contact or threat of such. Threatening or abusive behavior is defined by the code as intentionally or recklessly causing physical harm to any person or reasonable fear of such harm. Students cannot justify such behavior as defensive if the behavior is a physical response to a verbal provocation, the student has the ability to leave the situation, but instead chooses to respond physically, in circumstances where such actions are punitive or retaliatory. Additionally, it is prohibited to use a self-dispense spray in circumstances that do not justify the use of such device. Impairing, interfering with, or obstructing the orderly conduct processes and functions of the university or surrounding community where the conduct occurs is disruptive conduct. This behavior includes, but is not limited to, excessive noise, abusive or obscene language in a public place, littering, obstructing vehicular or pedestrian traffic, and boisterous, indecent, or threatening conduct which is unreasonable in the area, time, or manner in which it occurs. Theft is defined by the code as stealing property and/or services, possessing stolen property. This includes identity theft, for example, unauthorized possession or use of a financial instrument, UAlbany ID card, etc. Forgery, fraud, dishonesty is defined in the code as altering or misusing documents, records, stored data, or instrument of identification, or furnishing false information to any university, local, state, or federal official. This includes possessing, creating, or using a fake or forged instrument of identification or monetary notes. Academic integrity is defined in the code as conduct including, but not limited to, plagiarism, cheating, multiple submission, forgery, sabotage, unauthorized collaboration, falsification, bribery, or the use of purchased research service reports without appropriate notation, and theft, damage, or misuse of library or computer resources. Attempts to commit such acts shall also constitute a violation of the Academic Integrity Violations Code. Should an alleged violation of the code occur, a student will be referred through the university's conduct process. In summary, this process entails a meeting with a student conduct administrator to review the student conduct referral and alleged code violations, to learn about the student conduct process and have questions answered, to be given the opportunity to be heard and provide information related to the allegations, to review the code of conduct, the conduct process, and resolution options, and to receive a copy of the student conduct referral and associated evidence. Should there be a responsible finding, there are various sanctions or outcomes that can be issued commensurate with the offense. Warnings, probations, and educational programs and service are remedial outcomes that would allow a student to continue their studies at the university. The sanctions highlighted in purple are reserved for egregious or repeated violations and would result in a type of separation from campus for a period of time or permanently, and may result in being withdrawn from courses and a transcript notation. This visual displays some egregious behaviors that may warrant a separation from the university. Please take a moment to review this. To help ensure a successful internship experience, I want to provide you with some tips. Remember to be fully present and engaged to gain the most from your internship experience. Be sure to review all workplace and university policies, protocols, and procedures. Regularly monitor and read your university and work email. Policies, protocols, procedures, and updates are often electronically communicated via email. Address an issue or concern early on to prevent potential further escalation. Seek assistance if you are not able to address an issue on your own. It's okay to seek clarification or ask for help. There are a variety of resources available to you should you need support or assistance, some of which I will highlight now. Your workplace supervisor is an important resource. Contact your supervisor if you, for example, have questions about workplace policies, procedures, or protocols, need clarification about your role or an assignment, or have a time and attendance concern. If you are experiencing sexual misconduct, such as sexual harassment, sexual assault, domestic dating violence, or stalking, on or off campus, contact the university's Office of Equity and Compliance for assistance and resources. You can contact the Office of Equity and Compliance through the phone number, email address, and web link listed here. If you are experiencing stress, anxiety, or mental health concerns, you are encouraged to use the university's Counseling and Psychological Services, CAPS. CAPS provides brief, focused individual treatment for a variety of concerns that often impact various areas of student functioning, such as personal, academic, interpersonal, or work functioning. You can contact CAPS through the phone number, email address, and web link listed here. Off-campus Student Services is a unit within the Office of the Dean of Students, which provides consultations and resources regarding off-campus living and safety, tenants' rights, lease reviews, and building codes. You can contact Off-Campus Student Services through the phone number and email address listed here. If you need support or have questions during your internship and do not know where to go, you can contact Casey Kohler, Assistant Director for the Center for Undergraduate Research and Creative Engagement, who oversees university-related aspects of the Assembly Senate Internship Program. Ms. Kohler may then direct you to any additional resources as appropriate. You can contact Ms. Kohler through her phone number and email address listed here. Congratulations again on your internship with the New York State Senate or Assembly. Remember that while on or off campus, always be mindful of your responsibilities as a Great Dane. Please be responsible and make smart choices. We hope you have a wonderful internship experience. If you have any additional questions regarding information that was provided as part of this presentation, please contact me.